What's up guys, Coach C back with another video. Before I kick off this video, I just want to remind you guys to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Let's keep blowing the Coach C channel up. So, what am I going to talk about in today's video? I'd like to touch upon the 2020 Indiana University article that stated that 1 in 3 young men in the United States reported having no sex within the past year. So it's no secret that the dating dynamics in the United States have been deteriorating over the past years, and dating has only gotten more difficult during the pandemic. There's no secret in that. You can hop on YouTube and look at countless channels and view tons of men discussing these topics, and also some women discussing these topics, but it affects men more than women. So let's delve deeper into the why. Why are 1 in 3 men not having sex? So I'm gonna just propose, and just state some reasons. Some may be obvious, some may not be. One of the first reasons, or main reasons, why men aren't having sex is because of social media and online dating. So social media and online dating, if you look at the way that they're designed, online dating, let's say Tinder, Bumble, Hinge, you can name different applications out. So women only swipe on a very small percentage of men. It's a very small amount. They don't swipe on the average guy. They're trying to get the top of the top men. So what sort of dynamic does that create in these countries like the US and other developed countries? It creates a scenario where most women are trying to get with a very small percentage of men. And it doesn't play out well for the women, because then the men just get their pick and they get all the women that they want. So that's something that needs to be pointed out. That is a reason why most men are not having sexual intercourse, right? Women are going for the top of men. Social media as well. Women get a lot of attention on social media, a lot of validation, a lot of messages in their DMs, so they get a lot of constant attention, a lot of cheap attention, honestly, that takes very little effort. But if a woman goes into her DMs and she sees a message from Blue Check, she's gonna go check the blue check mark message, because that's a very high status man. Let's look at what men aren't doing enough, or what's happening with men. So young men aren't being trained or taught to be go-getters. I remember, I'm 35, I'm going to be 35 in a couple of months. I remember when I was younger, I wasn't very good with the girls. I was a little overweight, I didn't dress well. And in my late teens, what I decided to do was get in shape, dress well, learn how to box, learn a little bit of combat, put myself out there, really become a go-getter. And I changed all these things, and I started to do really good dating. I got a reward, which was, I got attention from women, I got dates from women, I got relationships with women. But it took, the thing that I want to emphasize more than anything is, it took an effort. I wasn't sitting at home playing video games. I wasn't watching Prawn all day on my computer. I went out into the real world, and I had to do things, and I had to get things done. I didn't do these things from behind a computer screen. I went out and I worked on myself, and I made myself a better version of myself, and I reaped the rewards. I don't think most young men in the United States are doing this. I think most young men are very comfortable, are very complacent. They're happy where they are. They're at home, maybe they're living with their parents, They're playing video games. They're not really pushing themselves. They're not really trying to work on themselves and become the best version of themselves. So they don't have a partner. They're not having sex. They're not seeing anybody. So I think that because men are not working on their self-development and not pushing themselves and are very complacent, they're not being seen as attractive from the opposite sex. So I'm a big fan of Chris Williamson. Shout out to Chris. He's an amazing YouTuber. And he mentioned in one of his most recent videos how women set the standard for what they want in men, and men will meet that standard. So let's say, for example, the example he gave was if a woman requires that the person that she's dating meet her super disagreeable, tough as nails dad, and like go to her house to talk to her dad, to ask her out and go out with her. Like, men will meet these standards, but women have such low standards for sex. You could just, like if a woman's standard for sex is the guy just needs to look good, and like he needs to just show up at a club and look nice, men are gonna do just that. So women set the standards for men and what they want in men, and men have to meet it. So if women's standards for sex go down and they don't require much commitment or much effort from men, then men aren't going to give that much effort for the sex. I currently live in Colombia, and there's a lot of controversy regarding some dating coaches and people who have come down here to try to exploit women. I'm against that, but what I do want to say is that here culture is very traditional. So even the girls that I've dated, I've gone out with a couple of girls and I have a relationship with a girl right now. Even the girls that I've dated, the standard is for the girls invite guys to meet their family very, very, very early and very soon here. It's like a cultural thing. So think of that. That's a bar. That's something that you have to fulfill as a man if you want to date the girl. You don't see that in the States. The bar is much, much, much lower. You have to meet her friend. Here you have to meet her friends. You have to meet parents, meet some family members of the people that you're dating. Different standards. We don't see these types of standards in the US. So I don't want to make this video too long, but I just want to close with this. Where can we go from here, right? 1 in 3 men in the US weren't having sex in 2020. Theoretically, we're in 2023. The number has to be higher just because I don't think things are getting better in the States. So where do we go from here? I think that young men in the United States need to work on themselves more, and they need to work on becoming the best version of themselves and get off computers, potentially take breaks from social media, but get off. Don't be on the computer all day. Go work out. Don't watch porn. Really, really challenge yourself and learn how to delay gratification, because that's gonna make you a more tougher, more formidable man. And like it creates discipline in yourself as a man. What else can young men do? Work on yourself. Become the best version of yourself. Because there's gonna be a tipping point. I don't know when it's gonna happen, when I think a lot of young men, and I think it's happening thanks to YouTube, and it's a very beautiful thing, but I think a lot of young men are gonna, because this is the same realization that I talked about, when I was 18, 19, and I wasn't being the best version of myself. I wasn't. I was a freshman in college. I got super out of shape. I got really overweight, and I decided to start to turn things around, and I did that. So I think that a lot of young men, thanks to YouTube and a lot of these mediums, are coming to the realization that, hey, the world is sending me a signal Me not having a partner is a sign, right? And they shouldn't take it the wrong way. It doesn't mean you're unattractive. It means that you need to work on yourself and you need to work on some things. View it from a positive perspective. Coach C signing out. I'll be back with another video soon. Talk to you guys soon.